Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing our product review for the Nakano Mito 8-inch chef knife. Does this knife deserve a spot in your knife block? Watch this video and find out. So you ready? Let's get into this. Just a quick note, our reviews are based upon the things that we think are important. That might be a little bit different for you, so what we recommend doing is after watching our video, you check out a couple of different videos on YouTube from different creators. That way you can get a little bit wider range of opinions, and that'll help you make a much better informed buying decision. And that is the most important thing of all. This is the Nakano Mito series 8-inch chef knife. It's got a carbon stainless steel blade, and that metal extends through the bolster and all the way down to the end of the knife. We have 3 different rivets here holding the entire handle together, and the wood in the handle is natural olive wood. These knives are handmade in Seki, Japan, and the company tells me that they use ancient Japanese crafting techniques to make these.
Are you serious?
What that really means, I'm not so sure, but I'll tell you what, the blade on this thing is amazingly sharp. Like I said before, the blade is made of carbon stainless steel. What that is a combination between carbon steel and stainless steel. You get the hardness of carbon steel, so you get a nice durable blade that's not going to dull out on you very quickly. And the stainless steel mix-in will help prevent oxidation and rust. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, right? These knives can be purchased individually, or they also make them in sets as well. A chef knife like this is considered an all-purpose knife. What it means is that it can handle just about any task. So if you don't have the money to buy a bunch of good knives because they are pretty expensive, then a chef knife should be your first purchase because it's the most versatile. Keep in mind that the wood in the handle here is real wood. That means you really need to take care of it. I would want to oil this once in a while to make sure it stays really nice. It doesn't mention anything about that on Nakano's website about needing to do that, but I would probably do it as a precaution. Because with real wood, if you let it dry out too much, it can form cracks, and we don't want that to happen. Will that happen with this knife? No idea, but why take chances? Also with these knives, or really any knife for that matter, you don't want to put these in your dishwasher. Dishwashers are really hard on your stuff, and as a rule of thumb, you really don't want to put anything in there that you find valuable. As far as weight goes, the knife is blade heavy, meaning that if I were to try to balance it right here on my hand, it's not going to balance, the blade's going to come down. I personally like a really evenly balanced knife, so this wouldn't be my favorite. However, if you talk to most professional chefs, they're going to tell you that having a blade heavy knife is preferable because it's more easily controllable and more precise. So the thing with the balancing for me is just a personal preference. As far as specialization on a chef knife goes, the real main purpose for it is precision slicing and chopping. We've been testing this knife for just under a month, actually 3.5 weeks to be precise, and we've used this for the entire time without sharpening it or honing it a single time. Normally with your knives you want to hone them after each use to keep the blade nice and straight, and occasionally you'd want to sharpen those knives too, just depending on how much use they get. But for us, we didn't do any of that because we wanted to see how resilient the blade would be after about a month of non-stop use. To test this knife, we cut a variety of different types of things with different textures. We sliced pork, some really bristly steak, navel oranges, nectarines, peaches, apples, grapefruits, lemons and limes, pineapples including removing the skin, carrots, celery, avocados, sweet and russet potatoes, and green onions. This knife took care of all that stuff really well, and that's coming from somebody, like I told you before, likes to use a more balanced knife. I was able to adjust to that pretty quickly, and I'll tell you what, this knife did a really nice job. The only thing that was a little bit rough was the sweet potatoes, but sweet potatoes are super hard, so you kind of expect that a little bit. I tried a few different slicing techniques as well, and I have really no complaints about any of those. After we finished all that testing, I finished up by slicing tomatoes. Most people will tell you that tomatoes are the one thing that will really expose a dull knife. If your knife's not super sharp, it'll tend to slide off or crush the tomato a little bit instead of going through it. And as you can see here, it got through that pretty darn easy actually. And after all that testing, this thing is sharp all the way up and all the way down the blade. Seems pretty evenly sharp too. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Kind of hard to fault it. It looks good, handles the job, and really they're not priced too bad. How this will hold up to really long-term extended use, a little bit harder to say, but that's also something that's really hard to calculate. And it really wouldn't be all that fair one way or the other to try to make any kind of determination about long-term durability. There's a lot to like about Nakano's Mito series chef knife. It's extremely sharp, well constructed, it's good looking, and the best part is that it's at a price that doesn't break the bank. We were pretty impressed with it and we figured that you might like it as well. If you'd like a little bit more information about Nakano knives, we do have an affiliate link for them down in the description of the video. That link goes directly to Nakano's website, and you'll see down there there's also a discount code that's valid through October 29th, 2023. So if you get one, you can save a little bit of extra money. If you like this video, you might like this review video right here for the 14-piece Ninja Never Dull knife set. That's what we currently use in our kitchen, and that set has a great variety of different types of knives. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.